It always reminds me of when Rick James, when he said, "I could see his aura." The little light behind us?
Yeah.
I could see his aura. Yeah.
She's all right.
All right, you want to go ahead?
Yeah, go ahead. Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Avery Mason. I'm here with Phil Hunt and Nick Alexander, the co-host, but I don't know though. And I just want to really quickly, before we get into it, tell you about this new product that I just found out about called Magic Mind. And it came up because remember we were talking about how you trying to get off of coffee, right?
Yeah, I've been burning through one, sometimes two, sometimes 3 coffees a day.
Probably
I'm
cost you a lot of money too, huh?
I'm kind of addicted. Yeah. They know my face in Starbucks. Like,
wow.
Well, they write my name on the cup before I even come in.
Trust me, this is going to save you some money. And what's dope about this is there's no crash after you drink it. You can drink it in the morning when you get up. It helps with productivity, and it tastes great. Better taste refrigerated. I like mine's not refrigerated. I don't like cold like that, but this tastes good warm. And you
could do it either way. You could throw it on the rocks if that's what you prefer, you know. Do whatever you feel like doing, whatever makes you feel sexy. You know?
The best part about this is I have a lot of late nights as a comedian. So like I got to get up early, take my son to school, and he's full of energy. I start off with this before I do anything. When I go work out and then I come back, I'm ready for the day and there's no crash. Yeah. And no stains on my teeth. That's the best part.
No stains on the teeth. Okay, I can neither confirm nor deny that. That's Magic Mind, people, not to be confused with Mega Mind.
No, that's what you've called me before.
Once or twice, maybe on a BET set.
The big head people don't like that.
They don't like that at all.
So what we're going to do for you right now is we're going to try some of this and we'll see how it comes out with the podcast because this really is going to get us alert and keep us motivated and keep us moving. All right, y'all, pop the top. Down the hatch.
All right. We didn't do a cheers?
Oh, yeah, cheers.
Our arms ain't long enough.
Matcha.
Cheers to him.
Matcha? Ashwaganda's in here, too. I didn't think I said that.
I ain't going to chug this whole shit either.
Chug it.
You can chug it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Actually, it's pretty good.
That's actually pretty good.
Ah! Oh, sorry.
Okay. The burns?
You might have did a little cocaine over there.
Yeah, man.
What you just did.
That's a matcha shot right there.
And rubbed it on your gums first.
Yeah.
That may not make the ad, but I would recommend you trying some Magic Mind instead of coffee and get your day going better. Feel better.
All right. I think we did pretty good there.
I think we did good. I can edit stuff too. It's fine.
Okay. We're going to get into the pod
now. We're going to get to
the
real intro. Hey, welcome to another episode of But I Don't Know, though. This is Avery Mason. I'm here with Phil Hunt, and we here, as you can tell, we got a special guest.
Yeah, we got our first guest.
First guest.
Yeah. Very good friend of both of ours. From Queens, originally. Haitian.
Yeah.
That's important.
Check mark.
Tell about it here.
What you say? Sac passe?
Naboule.
What does that mean, by the way?
Yeah, really good question.
It's like you saying what's up, and it's like, hey, what's going on? It's just like the response.
Okay. Gotcha. Word. All right.
But keep going with that intro.
He's now in LA. He's been in some commercials. You may recognize the R&B face. I just be messing with Nick for no reason.
Didn't he have on a V-neck shirt the other night?
Yeah. He's got on one today.
This was not on the discussed intro, guys.
Oh, sorry.
I think it's his theme.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Nick Alexander. That's who this is.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Thanks for having me.
Dudes wearing V-necks in the winter.
Amen.
Yeah, he had the chest hair out and everything.
The weather's been great in New York. It don't feel like winter to me. So,
okay, it is.
In my defense, it's pretty nice this for February.
We took it as you've been in LA too long. How long have you been in LA?
I moved to LA August 2016.
That's
so
crazy.
If you count the pandemic, that's like 10 years.
It didn't seem like that long though, did it? I remember when he was talking about moving. I was like, all the way to LA?
Come back pretty regularly. So
not at first though. Like the last.
Yeah, you went about 2-3 years without seeing us.
But then like post pandemic, I started just like I want to come back more. So and then now I'm bi-coastal. So I'm definitely in New York with my guys, man. It's good to see y'all. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you wearing Knicks colors today?
Gotta rep the orange, baby.
Gotta rep the orange and blue.
You do this in LA too? You rep the orange in LA too?
Oh yeah, I'm a Knicks fan everywhere, man. Not just when I'm here.
You gotta rep the orange because it's the only safe color in LA. To get you some orange.
That's facts.
Some purple. You got to make it known. I am not a part of
You can't wear the Yankee fitted in certain areas.
I'm not going to Cali with this on.
Hold on, you can't wear the Yankee fitted?
Yeah, they'll get on you about that blue if they see you outside.
Oh, come on.
Dark.
Yeah, shit you not, man. My boy was telling me he wore a Yankee hat and he was like in Inglewood somewhere he wasn't supposed to be, and he had his window down, and them Crips saw him driving. I was like, hey, cuz, you can't wear that blue. And he was just like,
at least they give him a warning. Like, hey,
yeah, they give him a warning because they can tell he wasn't from there. So
I can't believe LA got a dress code. That's a bull.
Yeah, because LA don't have a lot of. Well, there's a lot of New Yorkers in LA, but like Yankee fans or whatever ain't gonna be really kicking it in the hood like that. So
Okay.
they know when you got that blue because usually they wear Dodgers.
Oh, okay.
Like if they seen the team on the way to the game, they be, hey, cuz.
Right. We finna whoop y'all
Make
today.
Aaron Judge take his hat off.
Right. He might have to.
That's pretty fucked up.
You gotta get a lot of passes when you in LA, depending on where you at.
Something about grown ass men having a favorite color that really bothers me.
Oh, yeah, I could see that. That don't make no sense. You grown.
And hanging out with a bunch of other grown ass men wearing the same color. It's like y'all could be a gang or an R&B group. I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, I don't get into the color thing too much. I'm pretty simple most of the time. I'm like just black or blue. That's usually my colors. I don't really experiment too much. Yeah, I'm trying to. My mom has always been on me to get wear brighter colors, but I'm like,
What's some things you actually liked about LA, or what do you feel like the differences
are? LA definitely got me more into exploring my creativity.
Okay.
Not to say that New York obviously doesn't have that, because there's a bunch of talented and dope people who do a bunch of different stuff. But when I was in New York, I was mainly just stand up, maybe a little acting here and there, doing some sketches here and there, but it was really just stand up. But in LA, I really got more into improv. I got more into sketch. Guys just really expand their hustle in the daytime with their creativity. So I think I definitely know how to be a better writer being in LA, because it's always about like, what projects do you have besides you're funny on stage?
That always true.
So that I like that aspect. Partying wise, man, LA is never short of partying, man. There's always something to do, like daytime shit, nighttime shit, after hours shit, depending on if who you know. But like, yeah, I go to a lot of spots where there's fun events for sure. If you can get in, if you're in the right circles. I don't do the Hollywood shit. Like,
you got the SAG card, don't you?
Yeah, that don't mean nothing.
Nobody cares.
Show that to them at the door.
Don't mean shit. You gotta really know certain folks to have a good time out, because usually you'll deal with the waiting in line and the VIP and the promoter shit, and that's a turnoff. I don't really.
Yeah,
I try not to do that stuff, but when you're invited to an event or the person who you're going to hang out with, they're usually throwing a pretty good party. It's very rare I go to a party that's like ass.
When I was out there for the Punisher red carpet, I just want to put that out there. If you didn't know that.
Yes.
I was on the Punisher, and I did go to a red carpet. So, that was
episode 1.
Thank you very much.
They wouldn't let me sit on the couch. That's a SAG member couch.
Yeah, you got to be the union to sit on this couch.
Right.
Non-union chairs.
So you get the chair.
The best part about it was I was with Nick, and he knew everything. Like, so I didn't have to worry about where I was going, because like it was a different vibe. We went to that one party, and I didn't like it that nobody there just had a regular job. Like, nobody worked at like Starbucks or Staples.
Where was that?
There was a party you took me to, like, it's a house or something, and we walked in, and I was like, oh, hey, I'm doing amazing. I'm an actor. Oh, cool. Hi, I'm a screenwriter. Hi, I'm a producer. Hi, I'm a cameraman. That's like, don't nobody here work at Radio Shack or something?
Everybody's in
everybody's in the business.
Was that my homegirls in Los Feliz?
It might have been.
Okay, yeah. She's an actress.
There were a lot of people in there too. It felt weird to me. Like, everybody's in the business. No one's just.
Dope. And that's one thing from like the stand-up side. Like, I went out there for ABFF.
We hung
That's
out.
right. Come on, drop it.
Is that name dropping?
That's a drop. ABF comedy competition. Bill Hunt.
They gotta Google this shit. I said.
Yeah, but
ABFF
ABFF is a premier festival for black film, cinema, and also comedy. That they give a lot of opportunities to comics. So Phil came out because he was a finalist.
One of the finalists in the comedy competition.
Stand-up competition.
Yeah.
Just stand up. No SAG. No cameras involved.
Right.
Can y'all tell how jealous I am?
No, you downplaying yourself. I think you should be bigging up that you advancing.
I'm only joking. But
what was harder is it happened during the pandemic, and they had to do it virtually.
Right.
It was even harder. He still crushed it. You know what I'm saying?
Different.
So,
but
tell us about the
difference. Like, I had forgotten. I hadn't been out to LA in like 10 years for stand-up. So I'm going around. I'm on is it Sunset, where the Laugh Factory and
store,
the Comedy Store are.
Yeah.
And you forget, in New York, every comedy club just about you can just walk in. But every comedy club out there has a doorman.
Yeah.
So it's like they like, hold up.
Yeah, who are you?
Who are you? And it's like, here, it's good enough to just be like, I'm a comedian. And most people will be like, all right, y'all can kind of just squeeze in at the back or squeeze in at the bar. You know the routine. But out there, it was like, who do you know?
It's regulated.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
so
sure.
I felt bad. I had to hit Alonzo Bolden up and be like, hey, I'm gonna say your name at the door. I said his name at the Laugh Factory, and the dude was like, "Yeah, okay, I know him," because you know his
He's got weight.
outside
a Laugh
on
Factory
the wall.
favorite. Yeah.
And then he's like, "Why you didn't just say you open for him, man? Go in."
Like I didn't know that was the clout to use. Yeah,
like it really had me.
Did you
like,
get up at
that's
any of the clubs?
Nah, I didn't.
Yeah.
Everything was just reopening.
Got you.
Literally,
Yeah,
I was out there
time.
the first or second day that LA reopened.
Yeah, that was a tough time.
The only one thing I like about LA is you see a lot of famous people in one place at the same time. That's the difference. You don't see that here in New York. Like once in a while you see somebody.
Right.
But LA, when I went there, it was just like I walked into the Laugh Factory and like, there go TK Kirkland. There go this dude. I seen him on Comic. Well, that dude, I seen him on TV too. It was like wild, man.
Don't say
everybody in
famous
one
and then
place.
say
You're right. I was about to say.
All right, well, famous to me. Okay.
No knock to
say
TK.
TD Jakes or
but
something.
yeah.
I don't know.
TK Kirkland.
But he's a black comedy legend for sure.
Yeah, y'all don't know who TK Kirkland is.
If you ask the average white person,
Who raised
they
you?
wouldn't know who TK Kirkland is.
I was just pointing out you were using famous.
Yeah,
loosely.
famous.
Oh,
yeah.
damn.
You've got more SAG hours than TK Kirkland.
It's all right.
Who raised you?
who
No, he is a
raised
very
you?
funny
Come on.
comedian, people.
Yeah.
But
He was closing out
But
both of them shows. It was just
I was just expecting a different name.
Yeah.
When
all
you
right.
said
I mean,
famous.
TD Jakes, you're right. I would have been like, oh yeah, for sure.
I would have asked
TK,
that
but
praise
TK
for it.
is black famous. I'll say that. I'll give
Chappelle
you-
was out there too, and
There
so
you
was
go. There you go.
Donnell Rawlings was out there too. Now you seeing all these people in
In
one
one-
place like
got
that.
you.
Now you don't see that in New York. Everybody's everywhere in New York. In LA, one or two
might
three
be at the
places.
stand or something.
In the
Like
cellar.
I'm saying, it's different.
Yeah.
You don't get that doorman. Hold up. Who
Yeah,
are you?
right.
Even the cellar, you can go upstairs, have dinner, whatever. Everybody's in the
That's true.
room.
Mm-hmm.
It's a vibe. Whereas there was more the VIP treatment. Who do you know?
Yeah.
What the hell?
I'll say this. LA definitely got it on the girls' side too. Beautiful
Okay.
women. There's no shortage.
I mean,
But it's some beautiful women here.
There's beautiful women here, but not like in LA. Not where you frequent for
I
the
just feel
most
like they're
part.
scantily clad in LA because it's hot. So it feels like there's more beautiful women.
Nah,
I think the women in LA
there
are
just is
nicer.
more.
Whereas
'Cause
here they got the long jacket on
That's
and
true.
it's cold. So they're like, keep it moving.
I think the women in LA are nicer because there's not as much public transportation, so they're depending on guys for rides home.
Oh.
Here, they're not as nice because I don't need you. I'll just get on the bus or the train. Who cares? I don't care.
Well, they
Interesting
didn't
theory.
just hop over a rat either. So they got the reason to be nicer.
Right.
Yes, right.
It's hard to
true.
be nice out on Canal Street when a damn rat just jumped over your shoe.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, you got
Like-
super rats running.
No, you can't have my number unless you catch that rat.
Everything in LA is far. Haircuts
Spread
are
out.
expensive.
Haircuts are super expensive.
That
That's-
guy you recommended to me, that was a $40 haircut in 2019. I meant to tell you that. You said, yeah, go to my guy Charlie, and it cost me like $40. Plus, it had to throw a tip in there. I was like, $40 for a baldy?
Now, Avery, I hate
Yeah,
to
sorry
point
about
out the obvious. I'm glad you said it. I'm over here like, you still paying barbers?
He had a premiere. He had to look good for.
Come on,
Yeah, no,
bro.
You had to give him.
Gotta
He
give him
needed
a
extra
write-up.
attention for the premiere.
Yeah, he gave me like a spa kind of thing. But I'm saying though, $40. I know how to cut my own hair. I don't do
Yeah,
it.
I don't go to him
Type
anymore.
thing.
Yeah, he put a
If it
towel
helps.
on my face.
If it helps, I don't go to him anymore.
Well, Jalen Rose recently said
Oh, my
my
God! What
God.
you say? Go ahead.
haircut
Yeah.
should cost a minimum
Minimum.
of $100.
To who? For who? For who paying $100 for a haircut?
Yeah, I didn't make $100 million playing in the NBA. Jalen Rose, sorry.
Your
Went
haircuts
from
cost.
Fab Five to the Fabulous Five. Like, cut it out, Jalen. That's some old stylist
Nah.
bullshit.
Yeah.
But his haircuts cost $100 because he be putting the Beijing in it. I mean, if he
Yeah. all that.
$30 for the
He-
cut, $70 for the spray.
He's definitely on the Beijing All-Star team.
Be-
Who we got top 5 Beijing All-Star team?
Beijing, okay.
Definitely
Number
Jalen
one.
Rose.
Jalen Rose.
Carlos Boozer.
Yeah,
He started
He
this.
started
it.
it. He's the originator.
For everybody,
Safari.
for those of you listening,
Safari.
go look up the game he played. Was it against the Celtics?
And he was on the Lakers.
It was a Lake. It might have
No,
been the
he
Lakers.
was on the Bulls.
Bulls, right.
He was on the Bulls.
And it was pure
and
ice.
Carlos Boozer, former NBA player,
Yeah.
he thought this was like at the beginning of Beijing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He thought he was going to play 4 quarters
With a full.
of professional basketball
Right.
against the champion Celtics
With a sprayed in.
with spray paint on top of
Nigga,
his
that
head.
shit was off by before his first substitution
And during the first quarter, his head was full.
of sweat.
By about the second quarter, it started running like mascara. Like you
Yeah,
ever see a
man.
girl with mascara in the rain?
Yeah. it
And
was
then
fire.
by the third quarter, it was just like, hey, man, what the hell did you
He was
do
back to
your
his
head?
normal look by second half.
And yeah, by the fourth quarter, he's completely
Just-
bald.
Ripping.
So shouts out to the legend Carlos.
Safari. Well, he got the line in Tory Lanez.
Yeah.
Tory Lanez is, yep.
We seen him trying to hoop with the
man,
drop top hairpiece.
Same thing.
Yeah. Would you count Jamie Foxx?
Yes.
He didn't get the bajing, but he got the he fixed the hairline.
He gave himself a fitted hairline instead of the one he had on the
Right.
It was fitted.
Everybody says Steve Harvey had the removable piece too.
That's what they
But that's not Beijing.
He went straight
DC
from
Curry,
flat top. There was no decline in his shit. He went straight from flat top to bald head, Mr. Potato Head look.
Are we including people who did the tattoo or just the Beijing? Because I was gonna say Mr. Commodore had that on lock. Remember Commodore, Instagram comedian.
I'm about to say you good for naming people that nobody knows. Yes, I know Mr. Commodore because I do stand-up comedy, but
he's on IG. He's big.
You know, it's famous people.
It's regional sometimes too.
Regional.
Yeah,
I'm just saying you talking like the audience.
He has an equity in a certain lane because now it's more like lane famous. So like Leonardo DiCaprio is famous around the world, right?
Yeah.
But Ty is probably New York City famous, maybe Jersey, Connecticut. But if he was in Omaha, I don't know if he's gonna get recognized in Omaha. I'm not sure.
Maybe.
But like you see how I'm doing, like the just a difference. Like Michael B. Jordan versus Drewski. You know what I'm saying?
And I mean, I'm not.
Yeah.
That wasn't no diss to
No, it's not.
No, he's good dude. You good dude.
Yeah, he's
with the
hilarious.
IG sketches and all that. I'm pointing out his ability to keep referring to people who nobody knows as famous.
But I say culture. He's famous within the culture.
Culture famous.
Say culture.
Earlier, I'm in there as famous people.
He got the tattoo.
TK Kirkland's in there.
Culturally, he's culturally famous. Yes.
TK
There we go.
Speaking of people who lane famous, this week we had, I don't know, obviously y'all don't live under a rock. Y'all on the same social media we on.
Right.
Have y'all seen the whole like controversy surrounding the big dancing black dude?
The one who eat the pancakes? Like 50
and
at a time? The lumberjack?
And the whatever the hell else.
Watermelons?
Today, watermelon.
Yeah. I don't, why people be mad at him? He's really hungry and he likes to show off his skills online.
Yeah, but the two don't really go together.
Does he dance before he eats or after he eats?
Right.
Because I'm like, if he dance...
All three, all of the above.
I dance before I eat.
Have you not seen this
dude?
Before
you eat?
When I get hungry and I see a plate of food, I've been waiting.
This guy.
What kind of moves you be pulling off?
You do a little happy dance.
Hey.
You never see me dance when I'm eating? I've done it in a diner with
I've never.
When I'm happy, I just...
Can you record it next time?
So absolutely
not. Share with the world?
Absolutely not.
You don't want to be like lumberjack pancake?
No, absolutely not.
So he's getting called a coon, right? Is his coonship activated?
Which I don't like calling black people because I feel like we do anybody that disagrees with us.
Yeah. I agree. I don't like
I respect our right to not be a monolith and disagree on certain things. But I will say when I see dude dancing in front of white people eating chicken and it's like, bro, cut it the fuck out.
Phil does the best
now,
impression.
but here's my thing, and this is always the thing with anything. Just as there are bad comedians, you almost don't get mad at the person, you get mad at the audience. Because you go, if y'all weren't following him, would this matter?
Yeah, y'all co-sign or y'all gas him on. Or
so people have started a petition, which his name is Big Groove. He changed it to
Big Groove.
After he was, I think, Dancing Gorilla.
Yeah.
Everybody, when they heard that.
You know what that means, right? That means he's got a marketing manager.
Oh, yeah. He's definitely,
He's got a brand manager. He's got a brand manager. He's like, hey, look.
Wait, Avery, have you not seen?
The guy with the braids.
With the muscles, right?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah.
I can't, I don't know.
So how do you feel about it?
I don't.
It's cool.
You got to choose one or the other. You can't be eating and dancing at the same time. You dancing and he needs to work on I never thought any of that stuff he was doing. I was like, all right, I guess people like him jiggling like that. And with shorts. It just be random shit. He just pop up on the table and start dancing in the middle of a restaurant while I'm trying to eat my dinner. Just something about it's unwholesome.
I want to empower the brother. I think if he could dance and eat, he should be able to do both.
So are you saying you're not coordinated enough to do both?
I'm not.
I think a lot of us could dance and
Have you
eat.
seen me dropping things? And you know who I am. I'll be tripping. I'll be dropping. You're going to hold a whole piece of chicken and a watermelon and dance and not spill it on someone?
Hey, man, look, if homie got the confidence to execute dance moves and eat food at that rate while being filmed on camera, more power to him.
No shit, he's not even dancing good. What dance? You ever seen nobody dance in a club like that? I ain't never seen nobody.
I gotta see another video of him.
I just hate that he He looks like somebody shrunk Dwight Howard.
Is
So when you first see the video, you're like, damn, I know Dwight Howard ain't in the NBA no
Is it
more,
Honey, I Shrunk Dwight Howard?
something like that. Yeah, that's what he looks like.
a tiny head and a large body.
With the dreads,
With the
right? Yeah, I can
dreads.
see
But
that.
yeah, and then there's the other dude that be with him, and he's just bugging his eyes the whole time. Chicken, and it's like, bro, cut it the fuck
Let me ask y'all this:
out.
if it wasn't
But-
chicken, would it be a problem? Like, what if it was steak?
You can't dance eat
Or-
steak.
or
Steak
pork.
is
Yeah, I
pork.
think,
Is
I
it
think
because it's
that
chicken
is
and
chicken
watermelon?
and watermelon.
well,
Don't
pancakes is-
forget the watermelon, which is literally a minstrel ad.
Where does pancakes stand in that? Because I've seen him with the pancakes.
It's on the line.
It's on the spectrum.
But like I said, I think the real problem is not him. It's that, he's got 320K on Instagram. He's
Yeah.
collaborating with Bobby Smurder. And here's the thing we need to get rid of. Here's the thing.
Now
we need
he's
to get rid of.
famous. Bobby Smurder's
Smurder.
famous.
Yeah.
Finally,
Bob-
somebody who's famous.
So,
I think
That's a guy right there.
I think the thing we need to maybe really visit is like, just like sometimes it's okay to hate.
I think so.
Sometimes it's okay to say I don't like that shit. Now hold on, would I sign a petition?
No.
And I think we got more important issues,
Doing too
cops, all sorts of shit, Chinese spy balloons flying above. That it's like I don't have time to
Right.
be petitioning against Big Groove,
I think people don't.
aka the Dancing Gorilla, or whatever the fuck
Dancing
he's
Gorilla.
calling himself this week.
I don't think.
But
people
I don't
understand.
like it.
People don't understand. Like you got to have. I guess it's because he's dancing with things that are easy to hold while dancing.
Well, no, it's like I'm saying, it's the historical context. This goes back to minstrel shows. They literally pulled up a black dude,
Yeah, yeah.
watermelon, bugging eyes,
Yeah, yeah.
and his picture from Instagram, eating watermelon, big bugging eyes.
Maybe he's trying to, like desensitize that stigma. Like maybe he feels like he's a vessel
No,
for this world that
He's
be more open-minded
taking
about this kind of
advantage of
context.
it. Well, should Sarah Silverman, when she wore blackface, was she trying to desensitize that stigma
Damn.
or normalize it?
I'll ask Sarah next time I see her.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Stop it.
Now, sometimes it's bullshit. And the historical context, I think of a lot of things. Sometimes it does like, okay, we do stand-up comedy. Like, okay, I remember a conversation from like the 90s was like about the Wayans brothers and how some people felt like because they were doing a physical brand of comedy,
Right.
that was coony.
Yes. I'm
And
aware
to
of that
me, I'm like,
conversation.
damn, do we always gotta give into that historical context?
Yeah.
Or how far does it get before we go, okay, that was 300 years ago?
But that's
And also, physical comedy was not just Wayne's in the 90s. It was Jim Carrey. It was Ben Stiller.
Right,
It
and
was
it never
Sandler.
dogs them, and they're
Right.
able to
Farley.
do physical comedy, and
Campy
nobody
shit.
goes, oh, that's
Yeah.
cooning.
Yeah.
So I think it's a fine line sometimes between maybe, I guess, physical humor,
What's the homie's name? Mini Dwight Howard. What's
Mini
his
Dwight Howard,
social name?
Big Groove.
Big Groove.
Big Groove.
Big Groove. I think if you want to have more supporters within the black community, it's time to stop dancing with chicken, watermelon, and pancakes,
Mhm.
and we got to switch to other foods. We got to get some ribs,
Some potatoes.
some potatoes,
Yeah.
maybe
Corn?
maybe some French fries.
All right, French fries.
Burger, maybe pineapple. I don't know.
Yeah.
We got to switch up the foods on the menu for the videos.
I say he could also switch up the scenarios where he dances because you ever had to take a really bad shit and come out the bathroom happy dancing.
Here
Maybe
your ass
you
Yeah.
could be like an ad for Arm and Hammer. You come out, oh yeah, I just laid it down. And
Right, but
5 pounds
okay.
lighter.
There you go.
So, and I mean, it is February. So it's
Yeah.
like, nigga, could you wait till March to dance with chicken?
March 1st, yeah.
God
Right.
damn. Can we not
Right.
They got on Mary J. Blige. Remember that crispy chicken?
Burger King
Remember that? They
commercial.
got on her
sing
for that.
it for Burger King?
I
Come
loved
on.
it. I love that.
You like that commercial?
I'm a big Burger King fan, so I was with.
Well, chicken is delicious. We have to acknowledge
Yeah, we
that.
can't
It
act like
is.
it's
But
Thank
at the
you.
same time, like I said, that historical context will always dog us. So like I'm saying, for, the Wayans brothers and shit, that
maybe vegan chicken is the option.
do we ever get to a point where it's like, when can a black man do physical comedy and bug his eyes and you not call him a coon?
I think we need to change the definition of coon because it got too many lanes right now. I mean, people calling what Steve Harvey did with Trump cooning. They calling him what Big Groove did cooning. I mean,
Well,
you
no,
know,
like I
guys
said,
bugging-
I've already denounced. I don't
Okay,
like
it's too many
anytime a
different-
black person does something we don't like, we go cooning.
Hey, that's
But
not
listen,
fair.
this is literally cooning,
Okay.
meaning when you go back historically, you dancing, bugging eyes, and white people going, "Oh, this is the best show ever."
I bug my eyes out on stage. I can be physical. I don't think I've touched cooning territory.
You don't let the historical context
I don't think
stop
about
your sense of humor.
I-
And that, like I said, that's fair. I do believe if Jim Carrey can fucking get on stage and jump around and people just be like, "Oh, this is energetic."
You do scenes and talking out of your ass like
Arnez J as physical humor.
Yeah,
he's a physical
I
man.
love
It's
it.
like, this isn't cooning or whatever the hell somebody might say it is. But for this guy, there is no context. You're literally eating chicken.
He's reenacting.
Fucking dancing.
He's reenacting.
And like I said, it's February. So you go, brother, can we just put this shit on hold till March 1st? Can you?
What's he reenacting?
Not. And obviously, like you're saying, he's got an agent or whatever now.
Yeah, brand manager for sure.
This is brand manager. And this is probably even advertising now for these restaurants.
He's getting a lot of push from us.
They're paying him to come in
and
dance. And I think too often for us as black people that, dancing has traditionally been the thing of like the white man's entertainment of get on out here and do that dance you do. Well, and I mean, going all the way back to, like we said, minstrel shows, and then even like when you think about what was my man who passed recently, DJ Twitch.
Okay.
That whatever and I mean, with respect to that whole situation, because it ended with suicide, so I don't want to like make.
Oh, Ellen, the DJ on the Ellen show.
On the Ellen show, that would dance or whatever, and everybody's like, he looks so happy, and it's like, because that's the only thing they'll accept from us. Like if we spoke our mind, you'd be pushed to the fringes, like how they banned Farrakhan.
Okay.
Farrakhan don't dance.
Right.
But if he did, big groove him, get him in every restaurant, give him some fucking advertisement.
So you think Farrakhan needs to get on Instagram and get with Big Groove?
DJ Al Sharpton. It could be a thing.
Well, I'm just saying that, like, much like DJ Twist is like, he couldn't say how he felt.
Right.
This was the only form y'all would accept him in, if he came out dancing.
I can't wait.
When really he's dying inside. So I'm looking at Big Groove like, brother, what you really
Big
doing?
Groove, Big Groove is reading books, and in the next 5 years, you're gonna start to see him get his messages out there while he's eating pancakes. So
and I mean,
be on the lookout.
We had another thing this week, and this is just going along with the theme of historical context. Did y'all see Ben Stein talking about missing Aunt Jemima?
Oh, that's the Clear Eyes guy, right?
Yeah.
I did catch that.
No, I didn't catch that.
Missing Aunt Jemima. Wow.
He was like, I miss having a big black woman on the bottle of syrup.
Shit, I miss her too. She shouldn't have lost her spot.
I agree.
So you feel like bring Aunt Jemima back?
Fuck yeah. I don't know what syrup I'm contributing to.
What they call it? The Pearl
Milling Company now.
You can't even say it. You can't even say it.
Fuck.
Which Pearl Milling sounds like one of Aunt Jemima's friends.
Yeah. Church.
Pearl Milling was who she visited like every other month.
And give kids the little strawberry candies.
Yeah.
That
they sell cookies for a
I mean, if I'm keeping it 100, when I was younger, between Aunt Jemima, Butterworth, I usually ate log cabin syrup, but I didn't mind Aunt Jemima. Like I didn't mind seeing her in the store.
So you
she was a friendly face
on the syrup, and you went for the log cabin.
Log cabin's better.
Log cabin
that was Uncle Tom's cabin.
That was
what you out here
Uncle
doing?
Hey man, I was eating better syrup with my pancakes.
Wow,
that's what I was doing.
Expensive syrup.
No wonder you like Big Groove. You over here with the log cabin syrup.
Log cabin was better syrup, nigga.
I saw Aunt Jemima.
Yes, it was.
Personally, I felt like the money was going to.
Go have some log cabin syrup and then get back to me.
Viewers, what you think?
Between Miss Butterworth, Aunt Jemima, and log cabin.
That's the poll for this week. Which is the better syrup if you had any of those syrups?
But if we're being real, Miss Buttersworth had that thing on her.
Yeah, she had a dome.
Kind of curvy in the back.
She had
so what you said,
she had a wagon.
And turned the bottle so you can see the back.
Aunt Jemima had big titties.
What you told people, you just read the ingredients?
she had titty syrup.
The views reflected on that couch are those of SAG members only. I never saw Aunt Jemima.
He was looking at the calories.
You could just tell from the cover with the dress. She has some big.
That's never even been a thought of mine.
She was covered up.
She was covered up.
I have not sexualized. However, Miss Buttersworth, that body was there. You had to grab it every morning. That was the first ass I
you telling me I went
sexually harassing your condiments?
You telling me I went too far? I just acknowledged what she had. I ain't do no physical touches
I ain't
with
never
my syrup.
thought about Aunt Jemima's bust.
Whatever thoughts you have about this, please send it to our podcast space at But I Don't Know Though Pod and make sure to tag.
You know why I like log cabin syrup? Because it just had a cabin on the syrup. and then you just knew that shit was good when you
But I
poured it on your
told you
pancakes.
that's Uncle Tom's
It's
cabin.
gotta be
A lot of bad
Uncle
shit happened in cabins.
What black
Friday
people
the
you know had
13th.
cabins?
Happened in the cabin.
When-
Well, in Raising Canaan, they went to a cabin and he got out. So, positive things are happening when black people go to the cabins.
You feel like we should spend more time in the cabins?
I think we need to possibly
Explore
explore
cabins.
that.
Thinking of the Young Guns video now.
To have your love.
That time Dave Chappelle was singing the
Better
hood.
love. Right.
We all know Dave Chappelle looked like real.
Oh, yeah,
They look just alike.
That's not bad. Okay, kind of.
fair.
I always gave him the Bokeem
Him,
Woodbine.
Rel, and
They always said
Bokeem
Bokeem Woodbine is
Woodbine,
the evil
yeah.
Dave
Bokeem
Chappelle.
The
Woodbine.
three of them.
Yeah.
The three of them. But yeah, dude said he missed Aunt Jemima. and
I do miss her
everybody.
seeing her in the store. She should be back
You
on the
feel
box.
like you miss her too.
man.
Yeah.
Cultural identity, man. We need our people in the store, not just Uncle Ben by himself.
Well, that's
Or
the
maybe
thing,
a new
it's like-
descendant. Maybe like an Aunt Jemima descendant. We need to have somebody new.
Somebody
represent-
new.
Some new black chick.
All right,
representing
cousin
the box.
Jeff. There we go.
Like a cousin
Your
Kiki
cousin-
Palmer.
cousin
Like, I don't know.
Kiki, yeah.
Something, but it just, I don't know. It's annoying that they always give us these symbolic victories where it's
Right.
like we said defund the police, and obviously you see whatever happened to the dude in Memphis or whatever a couple
Right.
weeks ago, and it's like they didn't defund the police. They're like, we'll take the black woman off the bottle, and it's like, nigga, we didn't
ask for
we didn't
that.
ask for that. We
Yeah.
asked for real change.
like cool, but
Yeah, that was just some.
So are y'all okay with the white guy saying that he misses her?
Yeah, he should miss
I
her.
miss Aunt Jemima. She was
we
a big
grow. We
part
all
of my
grew up with her.
childhood. Yeah.
And they said she was, a mammy character going all the way back to minstrel shows.
And
so.
we don't know that. We just know that she provided very good syrup with the pancakes to her
So
breakfast.
y'all
Warm
feel like we got to
pancakes
drop
and
some
waffles.
of this
And waffles.
historical context and just a
Yeah.
character.
Some things are just it's like okay.
Because
but
Uncle Ben didn't get kicked off the rice.
no,
That's a little bit like sagging. You're right. Uncle Ben didn't.
He ain't
get
lose
off
his
the
spot.
rise. He
he's
ain't lose
smiling
his
harder than
spot.
ever. I'm the last one.
The last one.
Last
I'm still
Mohican.
here.
Uncle
Yeah.
Ben. Who we got the dude on the Quaker Oats box. Now we know that's a slave.
Yeah, we know that was a slave owner.
Slave
Definitely.
owner.
Slave owner.
So if we could
Not
get him
much.
up off the box, so y'all feel like we got to get all the characters basically up off the box.
I mean,
Free everybody, or
I wrote a sketch about that called "Black Caricatures Matter."
yeah,
Yeah, I wrote
Did
a
you?
sketch. Yeah, I did. We wrote a sketch. I submitted that for SNL. Black Caricatures.
did
Matter.
you actually film it?
I did. I should have filmed it. We didn't.
Like, can people see it? Okay,
no, it's just a
still
written
can.
version. Yeah.
Yeah,
but
we might have to do something.
that,
with that.
yeah. it's not
Before we
some point.
forget, what's your social media? Because so everybody knows where they can follow you and
Oh, perfect. Yeah. If you want to follow me, my handle is at Nick of Comedy, NICKOFCOMEDY, Nick of Comedy, on every social platform that I think a comedian should have. So that's Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, Nick of Comedy. You type that in, all my stuff comes up.
Pornhub, OnlyFans. Don't forget.
Hey, man, I ain't my career ain't that bad yet. I ain't need to
Still
go
got
to.
OnlyFans.
Still got
I'm
OnlyFans?
proud of it.
Yeah, I'm on there.
He be having his toes out
Not
on his
naked.
OnlyFans.
Nah, actually, the girls will come over and be like, "Oh shit, somebody put something here besides their balls." Cool. Although it did take me like 10 days to get approved by OnlyFans. And I'm
10
like,
days.
bro, it's
Damn.
people on here showing their butthole.
You
Oh.
can't get in.
Literally.
Yeah, I ain't ready
And
for
I'm
that.
not frowning on
But
that.
any social platform, non-sexual, that's about entertainment, Nick of Comedy, you find me very easily.
I'm just
Nick
saying,
Alexander.
you gotta sometimes get into the non-traditional.
I got you.
He has one of the
platforms.
best stories. Like when I first met him, they will all tell me the same story about Nick. I gotta bring it up.
What
man. I'm
story?
sorry. The
What's
story
this?
about your sneakers. Yo, they said he used
Oh,
to
yeah.
come to the club all the time with like these busted
Trash
Kmart
sneakers.
Conway sneakers. They would cook his ass from the minute he walked in to the minute
Absolutely.
he left.
Jordan Rock was
So-
the leading member of the Kill Nick sneaker club.
Yeah.
Oh, word.
Yeah. Followed by Derek Gaines.
Yeah, oh.
And
Derek.
Dave Temple,
I don't do dates.
Matt
Oh,
Richards a
A
little
lot
bit.
of roasting from
lot of
comedians from the
I
black comedians
I-
here in New York. Look those names up, by the
What
way.
are
yeah,
those?
very all funny guys.
Very funny content.
But they hate to see
They
brothers
hated on
wearing.
your Snickers.
Yeah, I'm not a sneaker guy. I'll be honest about that.
Okay.
Like I just started kind of getting with sneakers, but even the ones I wear, I didn't buy. Like they were gifted to me.
Got
So-
it.
Bro, they said the way the story goes that Nick had been coming in and getting cooked for like long time.
least a
so
year.
one day he had some like Jordans
Yeah.
Yeah.
that he
I'm
came
very
in with.
proud of those.
He walked in on the table, just put his foot on the table, like, yo, boo, what's up, fellas? What's up now? Just let everybody soak it in.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
I
But they
was-
still cooked him anyway.
They still cook the sneaker.
Well, yeah, that's the thing.
I forgot what kind of Jordans they were. if you ask Jordan, he'll know exactly what sneakers those were. I don't remember what they were. I thought they were nice. They were comfortable. I'm all about comfort. I don't give a shit about how good.
I don't think they were like the ones that were popular. I think they were like a Jordan adjacent brand, and they still cooked him for it anyway.
I still got
His
it.
name is Jordan.
I thought the Jordan brand would be good enough.
Remembers.
And Nick and Jordan was like, yo, Nick really thought he came in here with something.
Yeah. I hope they weren't Team Jordans, were they?
I don't remember.
I hope they
I
weren't
feel
Team
so bad for
Jordans.
whenever.
Speaking of Jordan, I mean, unless you live under a rock, you all seen LeBron broke the scoring record.
Hey,
he
LeBron,
broke Kareem's
good
all-time
job.
scoring record. So he's officially the
crazy.
all-time.
I never thought nobody would break that.
I know he had a chance. I did.
Yeah.
When they gave him all the chosen one hype and thing out of high school, the thing that you have to remember is it's all about how you start and all you can imagine to the trajectory. So we knew LeBron going into the league, he was already physically ready for the league, right? Now, the average talent who might have potential to be a superstar, you always say he's got the skill set, mindset, but his body probably needs about 3-4 years. Yeah. But LeBron came in ready to bang, and rookie year, 20 points a game. And then his second year, 27. So it's like he already ahead of the curve because most guys from every era up to the 90s, 2000s played 3-4 years in college, but he was 18, well, I think, 19, so he already had 2-3 year.
Thing about LeBron is that they handed him the keys to the franchise.
They didn't have to wait.
Kobe had to sit the bench
2-3
for a couple years before he started.
T-Mac.
That kind of slowed up his PPG.
This is going to sound like hating. It's not. I'm just saying I still think Kareem is the best because he did all that without shooting a single three-pointer. His whole career
only took one.
He only took one three-pointer his whole entire career.
So
but other than that, it was just free throws, baskets. That was
and obviously, LeBron coming out of high school gave him back then you couldn't do that. I think Spencer Haywood is the first out of high school, and he had to go to like the Supreme Court.
Yeah, to get that. Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
So yeah, there's that. But then, like you're saying, there's also the three-point argument, which, like I'm saying, it was very funny because when he did it, people immediately started arguing LeBron versus Jordan. And it's just like, he didn't even pass Jordan. He passed Jordan last year.
Right.
But y'all still arguing about LeBron versus Jordan as if Kareem didn't even exist. But I think it might be because most of us started watching NBA early, late 90s.
Our generation,
So we never really saw Kareem play.
We just,
but you know he's a bad
classic
motherfucker
games,
because they outlawed dunking at UCLA when he was there.
Because of him,
But you got to be a basketball historian to know that. Most of these kids, not at all. I'm a historian. Like, I read up about basketball in the 60s. I don't know 50s, but pretty much 60s on, the once that black players started playing.
Back when Aunt Jemima was a cheerleader.
She probably was. Team pancakes for breakfast.
Put that on the bottle.
But for a team you never heard of, for the Buffalo Braves.
But what I see now, the thing what you talk about, how you're more impressed by how Kareem got most of his buckets from the skyhook dunks and free throws, right? 2-pointers. But I think I would have to say I'm more impressed by all the different ways somebody can score. So having a 3-ball, having a mid-range, off the dribble, post up, fast break, like he got his points all kinds of ways, but also it's the position he played. Kareem is a center. Centers weren't really empowered to do the things that they can do now.
Well, there was no 3-point line.
And there was no 3-point line. And there was no 3-point line up until 1980. So there is advantages and disadvantages to the record, but granted, it's still a great record because he put up 38,000 points in over
40 years. It was up for how many? 40 years?
About 40 years he had the record.
Nobody broke it.
40 years.
Yeah.
So
with 3-pointers and everything.
Right.
You started off talking about sneakers, and I think that's why the conversation always reverts back to
Jordan.
LeBron versus
because
Jordan,
of Jordan's
obviously.
commercial impact.
Because of the shoes. That it's almost unfair that big men never have had a proper sneaker.
Yeah, who's the
best big man
Shaq
sneaker?
had the best.
Yeah, Shaq had those hypnotized.
You say that like he wasn't in the Walmart, too.
Yeah, Shaq, nobody was talking about bragging
those
about
were the sneakers Nick was getting clowned for wearing.
What about the Ewings? You never had the Ewings?
I ain't have Ewings.
You know what? I only recently have ever seen the Ewings because I live in New York. No one outside of New York wore those.
I thought KGs were cool. KG
but those were pretty dope, the Ewings.
The KG ones, big ticket ones.
The Nikes or the N1s? I don't remember.
Whatever he had, whoever he was with in 2000, 2001. That was KG's
I think those were the
years.
Nikes.
Maybe
I
the
don't
N1s.
remember what they looked like.
Yeah.
KG it's always like kind of a 3-way tie.
It's hard of a big man. You think Wembanyama might have a good sneaker?
Here we go.
He's the next big
guy. African. No, ain't no African getting no proper sneaker.
I'm gonna ask you a harder question. What is a white player with a dope sneaker line?
The Birds, no?
Converse, but we talking in the modern era.
Modern era, no white guy. Luka doesn't have even Luka doesn't have a shoe.
Luka doesn't have a
If Luka ain't got a shoe, then there's no hope for
That's
white
why
guy.
even when you said the KGs, I'm like, were these his shoe or just he wore them?
Well, see, I think KG was signed, but I don't think he got.
Right.
I think he had
It wasn't
KGs,
an
like a
official
KG2
shoe.
or KG3.
He doesn't get official shoes
Yeah,
until the and ones.
And ones.
Don't forget the Spreewells. Although that nigga put a rim on a shoe.
That's why I couldn't
He's
buy
not a big man.
Spinning rim.
But the first edition Spreewells, and I feel like the and1 Tai Chis are kind of his. His and Vince Carter's.
Did Dwight ever have sneakers? Dwight Howard? No, he didn't get DH12s.
Nah,
see, it's hard.
Get them now as a dancer.
It's the commercial component, and it's also because Jordan and LeBron as wings are more exciting along with the greatness. It's a package of why they always considered above Kareem and Russell and Wilt, because it's the package of being an exciting player as well as a great player.
What would have helped LeBron, I think, is if he would have been in a dunk contest, because I think that's how Jordan got his. That's how we got the nickname Air, because he looked like he was floating, and then when the NBA banned his sneaker, that was it. Everybody bought that sneaker when the NBA banned it.
The hype train around it.
Well, you forget timing with.
But I think LeBron was such a great in-game dunker too, though, that we all wish he would have did the dunk contest, but his legacy ain't. Well, it's a little knockoff because he didn't do at least one, but it ain't like we ain't got like thousands of dunks to look at from him.
MJ was like Thanos with the endorsements.
Right.
Like Nike popped off at that time, which they're working on a movie now
about to come out,
signing him.
Yeah.
And who said that? Oh, Magic the other day said, like, damn, I wish I'd have took that money from Nike.
Yeah. He lost a lot of $1 billion. They offered him stocks and a bunch of stuff. I read about
he was like, I didn't know shit about no stocks.
He just took the guaranteed money.
Took the Converse.
His agent, bad agent advice.
MJ had Nike, then Gatorade. Then he does McDonald's.
BVD.
It's era too. He came into that.
Came out around that time. The sports highlights started being invented. Whereas, Kareem, you had to read about him. Reading about shit is always
watch the game of the week.
You had to see him in black and white pictures. That's how we found out about Kareem.
Yeah, man. No, so that plays a part, but I think LeBron probably has another good 2-3 years he could play, 2, 3, 4 years, so he could probably get to 40,000. And I don't think anybody's gonna touch the record after
probably gonna be untouchable.
Maybe Wemby.
Say that now, another 40 years, somebody will be sitting on our wheel.
But we was talking about sneakers off the top of your head. Rank the sneakers like top 5.
Big men or
just
we done with big men? Just your favorite 5? Okay.
Top 5.
Jordans.
Obviously, we know Jordan's one. You don't even got to put that. But what about the pennies? The Jason Kidds was nice.
J Kidds, the glove was different.
The glove had some joints.
Barkley's.
Oh yeah, Air Max 95.
Air Max 95. Barkley had a good line for a couple years.
Don't forget the Iversons.
Iversons, the Reebok, Jadakiss era.
Damn, who else?
I think I'd go second. I'd go with the pennies.
The KDs are great.
KDs, yeah. They're good.
They're
good.
Kobe's with Nike.
I was a little older when those came out.
The Kobe Hirachis with Nike.
Kobe Hirachis are cool, but it was a remix to a shoe.
Gotcha.
The only thing I'll officially call the Kobe's is the damn.
Did we like Adidas Kobe?
That looked like vacuum.
The Crazy Eights. I was okay with the Crazy
Eights.
Those were fire.
Serious.
I liked. This is a deep cut. The first sneaker Vince Carter ever had was those Pumas, and then he switched to the Nikes with those Pumas were.
Remember
fire.
the funny story? But remember he did not play in those. He hurt his feet, and then Puma was like, "Nigga, you can't do that.
You signed the contract. You got it."
And then Nike was like, "Don't worry about it. We'll pay to get him up out."
T-Max were cool, no?
He won the dunk. No. Vince won the dunk contest in and ones, right?
And ones,
Nikes,
And ones had these guys for a minute, man. They just couldn't. You watch that and one documentary? Sidetrack.
That was
it was dope.
It was good.
So so you say you want top 5. So obviously Jordan's number 1. So what are the 4 best ones?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. Let's go first, and I'll go. I'll pick mine. And,
All right, so I'll say Jordan. I'll say Allen Iverson sneaker. I like the Converse when they came out again with the second edition of those basketball shoes.
Oh, this nigga here, Converse.
The Converse sneakers. No, it came out in
that's what my daddy would have said. That's all.
No, bro, in 2000 it was the Converse 2.0, and everybody was wearing those for a while.
One.
You don't remember the Converse 2.0?
I didn't see that commercial. They didn't get good advertising hours.
Yeah,
don't know nothing about sneakers. And then I like the question and the answer.
Okay.
They both of them were
question and the answer.
Both of those were dope.
All right. So for me, I think, like I said, I probably haven't even owned any of these. I've had a couple of Jordans, but none of them to brag about. Obviously, Jordan's number 1. I say visually, I remember loving the AI Reeboks. Those were 2000s Iversons. He definitely had the game on a chokehold. I would say Vince's Nike sneakers. early on.
Oh, the Boeings, the Springs.
Spring
Okay,
ones, yeah.
Them was serious.
Those are good. Had with the good commercial campaign. I would say definitely KD sneakers have been pretty good.
The kids like
Yeah,
them.
and I think
It's one letter away
one
from the
letter.
kid.
Trying to think. I'd say the Kobe's. I like Kobe's line. Kobe's
the
Nike era.
Crazy Eights or
Whatever the Nike era
the
Kobe
Nike.
was.
Okay, the
Yeah.
Hirachi.
Hirachi.
You mix the
Yeah.
Hirachis
Mamba.
up.
Mambas. Yeah.
I would start with the pennies. Don't forget the
Pennies were great. In the
I would
90s,
go
pennies.
with the pennies
Yeah,
first.
that was a
I
little
think.
before me.
And you got to remember the phone posits is kind of his.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's a
broke
crazy
those up.
shooter.
Chris Rock
Still
penny. Those are the
see
Chris Rock penny ones.
with the
Yeah.
little penny
Little pennies.
advertisement. Come on, man. That
Yeah.
was crazy.
Oh, it was good.
Then I would go with the Iverson joints.
Yeah,
I
you
feel
gotta
like
give
those are
AI. He had it.
iconic.
He had it for a minute.
And they had them in all sorts of colors.
Mhm.
Come on, early 2000s, we was rocking them. The Tai Chis, I feel like, don't get the credit. They making a slight comeback.
You like the
Especially on court.
Kyries?
All of those are a variation of the KDs. The Kyries,
okay.
the PGs, the Paul Georges,
has-
they're all like a variation of.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you always have to go further
Right,
back because
right,
those
right.
are.
So yeah, I can't really fuck with them. And Kyrie don't even fuck with them. He takes a marker now and marks
Right.
freedom across them. And it's like, you still wearing Nikes. This
Relax.
is
Yeah.
kind of a half a protest, but whatever. Anyway, where was
Half a protest.
Oh, the pennies, the Iversons.
You said.
I think the Crazy Eights was dope.
Yeah.
I think those don't get enough credit. The Adidas Crazy Eights, they made a comeback.
Yeah, they did.
And the Jason Kids, people forget those.
Yeah.
What team was Kid was when those were that was the Phoenix
I think
Kids?
it's the Phoenix Kids.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
So I would go with those.
Honorable mention the Air up tempos with the big Nike on the side of the sneaker.
And I
big
think
Air.
the second LeBrons I had were pretty dope.
LeBron's had some good ones.
The second year LeBron.
Yeah, let's
pretty dope.
show LeBron
With the
some love.
Strap. I had those blue and gray.
Okay.
Mean.
Cooking on the
The
court.
thing about LeBron's shoe always has been that they're always really clunky.
Okay.
So they don't go well off court.
That's so you can't really wear them out.
Gotta
out.
have a little cool look off court.
Yeah.
Whereas some shits look like, unless you about to go play right now, take them shits
Take them off. Yeah.
They look like you finna dunk
You
right
wear those
now.
in the club, like, who?
Yeah.
Why?
Why? Bad choice.
Spreewell put a goddamn rim on a sneaker. Happy Black History Month, y'all. That's
You know what?
the most niggerish shit. Like if Big Groove wore those and danced and ate chicken, I would sign the protest.
All right,
Get him outta here.
You
This
signing
nigga up outta
the GoFund?
You know what upset me most about Black History Month? We had a white dude win a dunk contest, man.
That
You don't
shit
even
was
talk
He
about
was better
that.
than all the black
He
participants.
was. Fair enough. He
Yeah,
was.
he
but
earned it.
still.
But he wasn't in the NBA. And I do
Philly
think
signed
that
him for a
was
10-day.
pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Philly signed him for a
'Cause
10
even
day.
KD,
contract.
there's an interview with KD, and he's like, what are we doing?
What are we doing?
And it's like, that's white privilege. Like Steve Nash admitted that he got his job when he
Oh, the
coached the
coaching?
Nets
Okay, yeah.
before he ever
Yeah,
worked
never-
a day. He was
yeah.
like, white privilege. That's why I got this job. And that's also how you got 2 MVPs, but we'll talk about that
All
later.
right. We're,
You got more MVPs
on.
than Kobe and Shaq.
I think
like,
he
cut it
deserved
out.
them both years. I always argue.
I
He
argue
deserved
that.
one of
he
them.
deserved
I'd
one of
say.
them. I won't give you two. but-
Here we go. You want to do this right now?
Let's do it.
Yeah, I do.
The first year, right? Completely transformed Phoenix. Phoenix went from 20 games to 60 games.
That's right.
He averaged about 15 and 11, so double-double. Granted,
Talk about
point
it.
guards weren't empowered to score like they do now. Even though he
Right.
probably could have averaged 20, you can't hold him as a prisoner to what that league was at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So Phoenix changed the game, league changing. They won 60, they were number 1 seed, 15 and 11. And he made guys better. Like you
Mhm.
saw the impact, right?
We ain't got much time left. So
Oh.
The second
Speed through
season, right?
Okay.
05-06. He loses an all-star for the whole year, Amari microfracture. So you already
Yeah.
had down one of your 3 best guys.
True.
okay.
Phoenix still won 50-plus games. They were a 3rd or 4th seed, and I think he averaged like 18 and 11 again.
But all I'm saying is you having more MVPs than Kobe and Shaq. Hold on. And I know it's not a postseason award. It's a regular season
It is.
award. When they got 3 fucking championships, what Kobe finished with 5? Shaq finished with 4 championships, and you having none but 2 fucking MVPs?
Hey, man.
Cut it the fuck
The
out,
first
bro.
year-
Listen, if he admitted on day 1 of the Brooklyn Nets job, I got this job because of white privilege. That's out his own mouth. Y'all can find the clip. I'm not making that up.
But that ain't gonna do with
Then
his
you
seasons, though.
gotta know he got that award.
No.
In the same way that Jokic just got
One of them
twice.
awards I'll give, but yeah, you're right about
Jason
the other.
Kidd,
What
hold on,
season do you knock him on then?
hold on. You talking about the Suns and what he did? Jason Kidd took them from worst to first, the Nets, and took them to the damn finals twice.
He did. I put that over Duncan's, but Tim Duncan had dominant stats, 23, 13
No.
rebounds, 3 blocks
What I'm saying
and the
is
team won
not
50-some
about
games.
Duncan. I'm talking about Steve Nash. That you got to go. If he got 2 of them, Kid couldn't get 1.
I agree. I think
he has
I
more
would have picked Kid over
MVPs
Duncan.
than Kobe and Shaq.
I would have picked Kid over Duncan for 01, 02, and 02, 03, but they gave it to Duncan for having dominant stats as well as those records.
Look,
the Kobe season where he averaged 35,
all I'm saying is
Lakers were a 7 seed. You don't get
all I'm
rewarded for
saying
being
is,
above 500 like that.
Historically,
the
you
best
don't
player on the
mean
best
more
team.
to the game than Kobe and Shaq. And when they got 5 and 4 championships,
but 22 and 10,
and you don't have none.
What y'all think?
I don't look at the tie. It's a regular season award.
What y'all think,
we
man? Let us
gotta
know.
we gotta get through
All right,
this.
go ahead.
Let us know what y'all
Avery.
think at But I Don't Know Though Pod on Instagram. What do you think about this discussion right here? Did Steve Nash deserve both MVPs? Who do you think should have won it? Now, Nick, we also do advice
Got
on
some
this
advice.
show.
Okay.
But we have to let everybody know that we are not advice experts. We didn't take no certification course with Tion. We not have nothing hanging on the walls up here.
All right.
Whatever advice we give you, if it worked, great. If not, that's on you.
All right.
How much time do we got?
Yeah.
So we got 10.
All right, cool. So we can ask this question. We have, we take questions off of dig.com. Thank you so much for supplying these questions.
Okay.
First question here is, how can I get the people I manage at work to invite me to social gatherings? I manage a small, tight-knit team. The people I've hired in the last 2 years socialize together quite a bit, which is great. The downside is they don't invite me or the other managers. The junior members will hang out together and not invite the managers. The disappointing part of this is that this team has historically been very close and we hoped didn't feel hierarchical. As we hire more people, I would prefer that the environment feel inclusive. It's a little awkward when 5 people spent their weekend together and are talking about it and the remaining 3 weren't invited. Recently, this is funny. Recently at a team dinner, one of them said to someone outside of the department that everyone went to an event together. The person asked me if I had gone and I said I hadn't been invited. My team member said I wouldn't have gone anyway. The managers do have babies or life responsibilities that keep us from socializing together after hours. We also have more friends outside of work than most of the junior members, so the likelihood of us participating is low, but we still would like to be asked and feel a little hurt to be left out while recognizing that the team should feel free to hang out without being obligated to ask us to come. I guess they don't want their managers to come along, and that's tricky for us because we really encourage a flat culture, and it's put a small us versus them vibe into the team. Not exactly sure the best way to handle this or if there's anything to handle at all. Phil.
I mean, we just was speaking about hoops, so I'll keep it there. The All-Star game happens. I mean, you don't think a lot of the players that aren't All-Stars, they don't even come.
All right.
Yeah.
They just go ahead,
They
take
get
their
their
vacation
vacation.
and be like, all right, we off work for a couple of days. When I used to work in corporate America, it was like, that was a rule, actually. No fraternizing with the common folks,
Subordinates, right.
basically. So I don't see what the big deal here is. It's like, really, when you partying or when you off work or off the clock and you get together, all you're doing is talking about how much you hate the managers anyway. So you would fuck the whole vibe up if you were there.
Yeah. What do you think, Nick?
Okay, now if they're really serious about wanting to go and get invited, like at the end of the they just want to be invited just so they can say no anyway.
Yeah.
But if they're serious about wanting to really spend time with these people because they feel left out, you should throw an event and invite them. You host something.
Or throw y'all
and then
own
you show
event.
you show your personality and you show that, hey, I could be cool or whatever like that. You chasing the party is never good. Making them come to you is how I would go about it. So if you really want them guys to hang out with you and see that you guys are cool, whatever like that, you and the managers throw something and have them come, invite them out, and make it a fun activity or whatever, so they can feel like it's not like obligated or they're not trying to we're not trying to be weeded out here. It's just it's a cool fun thing that we're all doing just to kind of kick it.
Don't get mad.
And then they can see who you are off the clock that way. But so you should host the thing.
I think
but
Phil's
they
got it right.
also, like you're saying, of like it felt like they wanted to be invited just to say I'm not coming anyway.
Yeah.
Because there's everything like they're saying. And when I was working corporate, it was like we were all in our 20s and they're at 40 with kids and
different stuff.
Nobody wants to party with the manager. I don't think I want to be off work and then see manager there feeling like tight. Oh, he see me drinking one too many of these. He gonna say something about
if I was working, if I was a rapper at Rockefeller, I want to hang out with Jay. You want to hang out with the
also
boss.
a rapper.
You want to hang out with the boss.
But he's also a rapper.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
a little
It's a little
tricky.
different.
All right.
But I want to hang out with Dan from accounting. I don't.
Okay.
And like
I'll
I said,
see you
that
Monday,
mortgage
Dan.
fuck you up at parties. You over
Yeah.
there doing math. Hold on now.
Right.
What my property tax?
The only way I go party with the company is if they're paying for it. Like, all right, party, company paying for it, I'll be right there, no problem.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
But like I'm saying, it's like
But like a company ski trip or whatever. Like,
It's
you
like
know.
party with your man.
like
It's like going to party with your
part
parents.
of us, like we would go bowling and shit.
There
A
you go.
huge part of that was us being like, fuck the store manager. Like,
Yeah.
so if the store manager came, that's fucking the vibe.
Yeah, then you gotta be fake.
You don't feel comfortable. You got to tuck your shirt in your pants.
I think you got to take the chance of hosting something and then seeing if you're capable of bonding with them.
I think you gotta be okay with. And it's funny, we was having this conversation, I think, the other day in the green room at Gotham Comedy Club. And
Name drop.
somebody, because one comedian kept letting people fake him out. He's like, oh, well, you know, the younger comedians, they keep talking about being here or being there. And I'm like, motherfucker, you a general in the army now. Like, appreciate your position. Those are foot soldiers. You want to be where the foot soldier is?
Yeah.
Like, if you're where they are all the time, then there's a problem.
Yeah.
Like, you're fucking up.
Mm-hmm.
Just like how y'all SAG members are sitting here talking to a non-SAG member.
Yeah, would you like another
Y'all
dose
see it
of our
really
magic
bothers me.
mind? Our wonderful sponsor.
All I see is a comedian.
I'm a hater
I don't
sometimes.
see
I
you.
identify as a hater.
I don't see union affiliation. I just see
Well, we got on
comedians.
these nice colored jackets. You can see there's a difference between us and him. He's not union. Come on. We got these nice colors here, rainbows.
You nice. Oh, you meaner than me.
All right, you want to do one more piece of advice?
Let's do
Yeah,
it.
you want to do one? We got a couple. Like
One more, and
here.
we'll get the hell off here.
Yeah.
boy.
So
Tiana
please make
kicked
sure to
us
follow the
out.
pod. But I don't know though pod. And this question is relevant to me. But I'm gonna let y'all answer first. How should I respond when people ask, "Why are you bald?"
Why?
Why? I'm still in my 20s, but as bald as Larry David and without a good sense of humor about it. I really struggle with people feeling free to comment on it. Strangers, coworkers, and neighbors hit me with questions like, did your dad go bald early? And why don't you wear a hat? You look so much younger. And have you looked into hair transplants? And even, why are you bald? I'm never really sure how to respond to those questions. I've tried your advice. Wow. But I usually get something back like, what? I'm just asking a question. Don't be so uptight about it. Can you think of any follow-ups from the wow doesn't work?
Y'all wouldn't ask Jada Pinkett that question.
Ah.
Damn, Phil.
Stay away from my wife. What he say?
Somebody run up and slap you.
Keep my wife's name.
Keep my wife's name out your mouth.
Somebody run up and slap you. What do you? Don't be talking to her like that.
So I'll start by answering like that. That just people don't have any respect for how men feel.
Nah,
And
nobody cares.
it is kind of interesting to watch. Like even with the Super Bowl, Rihanna performed.
Yeah.
Everybody was talking about her weight. Then people started being like, wait, can we say that? And then it's like, nope. Think about last year's Super Bowl. 50 was hanging upside down. Didn't nobody give a fuck.
Nah, he actually got a lot of people going like, oh, look how fat he got.
That's what I'm saying. All the jokes and all the memes. But with Rihanna, it was like, you better not say shit. And then people being like, oh, I jumped to say she was pregnant,
Right, then it went
but
to
she
pregnant.
might not be pregnant.
Right.
Then other people, why y'all commenting on a woman's body? Because all y'all do is comment on men's bodies.
Yeah,
So
we
stop asking that man if he's bald or at least, ask.
So
That's a fucked up thing to ask somebody.
So if they asking invasive questions like that make you feel a way about your, what you're dealing with, then you go, hey man, God can't give me everything.
I don't think people should be asking anything because even if he did take your advice to get hair transplants, then the conversation goes, "Oh, hey, you got hair transplants." You're not supposed to be able to tell. I went and got
that means he paid for a bad job.
So you being the bald guy in the room, do people ask you that shit? Is that?
I don't think you get those questions.
I don't get those kind of questions, but when I was fighting the baldness and I was trying to get waves and do all that stuff, people were like, man, your hairline is kind of like going far back. Like I could.
You had the Burton Ernie.
I sure did. I had the V.
It was like, buddy, let it
the
go.
lines were.
But I think God can't give me everything is a good retort.
Yeah.
Like you can. That implies that hey, look,
I got
I'm pretty
height.
good, but
I couldn't
like
get the hairline.
What did the woman say to you the other night at the show? Well, she started talking about skincare, and then she said, "I know he love his skin because he keep touching his face."
Your face.
I was rubbing my beard.
He just likes skin.
You had to. I knew he was gonna bring this up.
No, I'm saying that to say women just say anything to us.
Maybe.
So I feel like these are questions women are asking.
Or you just go like, why do you care so much? Do you want to help me out with that? Like, you want to get my hairline back so that you don't have any more ball questions?
Make them shine.
Put them on the spot.
It's very expensive to get hair transplants, by the way. If you go to Turkey, it's still expensive.
It's like I'm boy with the turkey to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got his hairline restored. He has to come back. It's a two-step procedure.
Is your boy Akon? Because that's the only person I heard.
Also on the Bayesian train, Akon. Yeah. No.
Oh yeah, Akon
top
did it
member of
though.
the
I look at old Akon videos and I'm like, yo, he really went OD, and he's rich, so there's no reason why your thing should be
that shit looks silly on.
It looks silly,
shiny as hell.
If the wind blow, that nigga gotta check the weather.
Right.
He can't come out on a windy day. But let's go ahead and wrap it up.
Yeah.
Nick, you in particular, give us a Knicks preseason or postseason prediction. How the Knicks wrapping up this season? He's a Knicks fan. That's why he's wearing that color.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a pragmatic person. With my Knicks, I think I'm glad that we are having a better season. I think the Jalen Brunson has been a great signing. He's a really good point guard, and he's helping us make the difference in wins between how we played last year. However, I'm not gonna go crazy and jump off the wagon and be like, oh, the Knicks are a title contender now. I don't believe that. So I think we'll get into the first round. Probably make it a competitive series with the upper seeds, whether it's Philly or the Cavs, because it looked like we're going to be 6 or 5. Worst case scenario, 7, and we're playing. So I think, first round expectations is what I get. We'll give them a tough series, but we're not there yet as a team.
Y'all.
But we're getting better. We got good players.
Y'all getting to the second round.
No, we're not.
Hold on.
We're not beating Philly.
I like that y'all are finally showing Julius Randle some love. When y'all get mad at him, I'm like, he's the only person not to be mad at.
He's still a bozo, but he's putting up stats.
But he met the challenge in New York. Why y'all so tough?
He's not a superstar, but he's being
y'all boo Porzingis before he ever played a game. Mm-hmm. Y'all boo poor Daniel Jones twice before he ever threw the damn football. I'm from Indiana. We nice to all our draft picks.
Hey man, look, when you tell the Garden you do this, I don't forget that.
But you don't forget before they start the job.
No, but that's year 3. He did this. He was on the team 3 seasons and couldn't take the pressure of losing. Randall.
He
was on. That was last year was his 3rd season. I don't care. Listen, when you tell the Garden thumbs down, when you act mentally frustrated and you be pouting, and I seen your body language be horrible, and you don't play defense when you need to be. But you have free reign to shoot shots because of your CAA affiliations.
Cut it out.
I'm sorry.
He's the only one that
he's a talented player, but IQ-wise, hold on. IQ-wise, he's not there. And the superstars have the talent, the skill, and the IQ. He ain't got the IQ. You pay attention to IQ.
The IQ and no actual talent.
He's not a smart player.
We got to wrap this up.
I got nothing.
Let's
first round. We're a first-round team.
I got nothing. I'm a Nets fan, and we just lost our team. So next year for the Nets.
I think they can still make the play-in. They're 10 games over 500. You still got wiggle room.
Maybe, but I think the one team that's the dark horse that nobody's talking about, the Sacramento Kings. That team, y'all sleeping on that team.
That's my Sabonis from Indiana. So they got Fox and Ox now.
They killing it out there right now. They just want some triple overtime game.
De'Aaron Fox.
I want to see a Bucks versus Suns NBA Finals. I would love a KD versus Giannis, a rematch 2021. That's what I got for the finals.
Good playoff series between the Bucks and Nets.
All right.
But let's wrap it up.
Yeah, so
Shout out the handles.
Shout out to Nick Alexander for popping up. Nick, let them know where they can find you again.
Yes, one more time. At Nick of Comedy on all your social platforms. My name is Nick Alexander.
He give out some great skincare tips on his Instagram.
Hey, man.
Follow me. If you want to follow me, Avery Mason Official on Instagram, The Avery Mason on Twitter. Phil, where can
I am Phil Hunt. That's PHILHUNT. If you can't spell at I don't want your dumb ass following me.
Are you still spreading propaganda?
That's all I do.
Yeah.
Follow the podcast page at But I Don't Know Though Pod on Instagram and YouTube.
And on YouTube. Please. And last but not least, thank you to our show sponsor for today, Magic Mind, because you set us up, man. I don't got to drink coffee no more. Now I can just drink this in the morning.
Tiana and the good people here at WTF Studios.
Yes.
Another episode.
Lovely spot.
We're going to have a link. If you want to buy some Magic Mind, at the end of this episode, we're going to have a link you can click. And that's our link that refers you to Magic Mind, so you can buy some of it, get yourself. Code. Yeah, use our promo code. It'll be right here at the bottom somewhere in the lower third, right down here where this table is. And click that, buy some Magic Mind. Thank you very much. We'll see you next week.
Something like that.
Actually, it didn't taste that